Hello humans, it's just Martine and welcome to another Dollar Tree haul. Today I went to another one of the Dollar Trees in my area. We have several, and so I went to, quote, the big Dollar Tree, that's what my mom calls it, and I wanted to take a gander at their book selection. So I went in, and there is one book that I desperately loved but didn't buy because I had no use for it and no space for it. I don't have space for any books, so I have to pick ones that I want to read, and that was The Geometry of Pasta. And what a fantastic novel name that would have been, but it was just about the different shapes of pasta. It was really cool looking. As my sister said, it would have made a great coffee table book, but alas, I did not get it. So we'll jump into the 8 books that I have here to share with you today. I'm not going in any particular order. I did in my last Dollar Tree video, but this haul is a bit less segmented into age groups in my opinion. Most of them are adult books, I believe. So I'm just going to jump straight into it, and make sure you stay tuned to the end to see how much I managed to save by shopping for books at the Dollar Tree. So the first 2 books actually do share a common theme, and that's that they both involve 3 adult siblings for some reason. So the first book that I have is Go Ask Fanny by Elizabeth Hyde. The copyright for this one is 2018 and it was originally $16. And this one is about 3 adult siblings who go home for a long weekend and a mysterious cookbook that both pulls them apart and manages to bring them back together in the end. I'm interested to see where this goes. As it says, 3 adult siblings, 3 days with their father. What could go wrong? And it's nice and floppy too, so we do love that. The other one about adult siblings is called Tell Me How This Ends Well, whose cover I love. I think it's so interesting. It's by David Samuel Levinson, copyright 2017 and originally $27. And this one takes place in 2022 when there's a new anti-Semitic backdrop in America, and we have this portrait of 3 adult siblings who I believe are going on a road trip with the intention of killing their abusive father, or a father that somehow mistreats them when they're younger. So they go on this road trip with the intention to kill them and hope their mother doesn't find out. So we have Jewish main characters and an exploration of anti-Semitism, along with an exploration of sibling relationships in adulthood and our relationships with our parents as we grow up. So I'm fascinated to see where this one goes. The next one has a crazy story behind it. It's Genius the Con. So it's a second book in a series, and it's by Leopoldo Gout, copyright 2017 and originally $18.99. This one has a couple of cool things about it. One, I could not resist the end pages on this one. It says trust no one. It's got this crazy mural, and then if you look really close, there's details about something that's like drawn over it. It's hard to describe. Anyway, it looked cool for one. And then it also has cool illustrations on the inside, schematics and such to assist with the reading. And the most interesting part is that I picked up this book because I thought it looked interesting, wanted to read what it was about, and I flipped over on the back and I saw it talk about the first book, Genius the Game, and I said, I recognize that cover. I'm pretty sure I've read that book. Of course, I never remember anything about the books I read, but I do want to remember the books that I end up reading. So I come back home and I go on Goodreads. Lo and behold, I did give the first book 4 stars because I only had positive memories when I saw this cover, so I figured I rated it pretty well. And I remember now borrowing it from the library. So I borrowed it from the library, the first book, and then all my review says is this one ends on a cliffhanger. Grr. And now I own the second book for $1, so isn't life crazy like that? I would tell you what this is about, but the inside flap is a continuation of the end page, and I don't remember what happens in the first book, but it says on the back, if he trusts you, you're in. You'll be playing a dangerous game, and he makes all the rules. The only way to win is to do the unexpected. And then it lists the characters. So there's a 14-year-old engineering genius who lives in Nigeria. I remember that now. A mysterious activist, blogger, and strategist from China. A 16-year-old Mexican-American programmer and hacker. And then they have to trick a warlord to protect their families and save the world. So it's cool. It's got a shiny drone on the front. I think that's dope. Cool end pages, illustrations, and such. So I'm super stoked to read a synopsis of the first book and then read this one. Next, we have Too Close to Breathe by Olivia Kernan, copyright 2018 and originally $26. It's a debut novel that takes place in Dublin and surrounds a murder case and then the victim that's at the center of it all. It's originally declared a suicide, the murder is, but the autopsy recovers old injuries, and so they suspect abuse and such, and then another woman is found murdered. Stoked to read this one. It seems like it will be a really fun and fast and interesting read, and I think the title alone is chilling, so I'm excited to see what it has in store. Next, we have Poison's Kiss by Brianna Shield. This is copyright in 2017 and originally $17.99. This one also lacks like a true front flap, but it says, deadly, Miranda can kill with a single kiss. Poison, she's been immune since she was a baby. Always. Her training with the snakes made her a poison maiden forever. Comes from, she serves, oh, deadly poison always comes from inside. I think it's a fantasy book about like a poison person, and the most interesting perspective and power to read from in Three Dark Crowns was the Poison Queen in there, so I'm really interested about this. The blurb on the front says, love is lethal. It looks to be a YA. I don't know, I just thought it looked pretty cool. So I'm gonna give it a try. Next we have Tell Me You're Mine by Elizabeth Norbeck. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name correctly because cool thing, this was translated from Swedish. It was originally published in Sweden in 2017 and this copy originally sold for $16. And it's about this therapist who has a long lost daughter and she has a patient come in and she believes that it is the long lost daughter. And so it's about her, the person she believes to be her daughter, and the current mother of that daughter. Seems really cool. We love a good psychological thriller. Ones that involve psychologists are always pretty interesting for me. So this next one's a YA book and it looks so cool. Even the like title on the spine. It's called The Strange Fascinations of Noah Hypnotic and it's by David Arnold. Copyright 2019, guys. 2019, so pretty recent, and originally sold for $18.99. And this one is about a guy who's 16. He gets hypnotized. He starts seeing things, and it says that it's a stunning surrealist portrait about all the ways we hurt our friends without knowing it and all the ways they stick around to save us. And I just love it, and it's a cool cover. And it was $1, so I was like, sure. And last but certainly not least, because I've seen this one before and I'm pretty excited for it, we have Tin Man by Sarah Winman. Copyright 2017 and originally sold for $14, a nice floppy paperback. And this one, I literally don't even think I read the back when I picked it up because I recognized it. I was like, I want it. It says, this is almost a love story, but it's not as simple as that, which already has me sold. So it's about these 12-year-old boys who become best friends. It says their friendship grows into something more, but later one of them is married to a woman, the other can't be found. So it asks the question, like, what happened in the year between? And I just think this looks great. The New York Times book review called it a small miracle how rich this meditation on love, art, loss, and redemption. Incredible. And there's like bronze foiling on it, which is really cool. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I was excited to see this. Most of these are Penguin and either Random House or Putnam published, and all very recent. Like in the last Dollar Tree haul I did, there was one from 2011, but the oldest one in here is from 2017. I'm happy with all the finds that I got today. And now for the moment you've been waiting for. I got 8 books today, so it cost about $8 for those books. And the total of their actual market worth is $154.97. If you round that up by 3 cents to $155, subtract 8, then I saved about $147 on these 8 books. Let's see if I can even pick them up. So yay for books, yay for Dollar Trees. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and comment down below which of these seems most interesting to you. Which do you want me to read first? Have you read any of them? If so, what were your thoughts on it? And subscribe for more reading, writing, and college lifestyle content. And until next time, bye humans, bye!